that the Burien City Council direct the city manager, attorney, and/or public works director as appropriate to inform the regional and national leadership of the FAA as soon as possible of our request that the FAA immediately cease and desist directing northbound departure flights over the city of Burien on a so-called new route that began in the summer of 2016. These flights are frequent, continuous, and concentrated over areas of Burien that have in the past experienced only occasional overflights, deviate from the settled and mitigated departure routes used for many years by sea-tac Airport, were implemented without notice to city residents, and received no environmental review. The City of Burien, an environmental justice community, requires that the FAA fully and completely comply with all environmental regulations to ensure the health and quality of life of our residents. If the FAA fails to cease and desist in directing these flights over Burien and does not agree to a full NEPA review, before February 10th, the city manager, city attorney are authorized to retain the law firm of Denton's to litigate against the FAA for completion of a NEPA review at a cost not to exceed $70,000.
Second.
Thank you. So we have a motion and a second.
And I'd like to speak to the motion.
Thank you.
Thank you. So I don't typically write things out, but this is too important to me, and I really appreciate having the community come out. So I'm going to read something here. So is the FAA allowed to take any action necessary to increase airport capacity? Is the FAA allowed to destroy the health and well-being of residents and spread poverty in surrounding communities because it believes more flights should be accommodated? No community should be subject to the whims of the FAA. While many of us had begun to hear more flights, it was Larry Kripe and the Quiet Skies Coalition who brought it to the attention of the council last year and began to organize the community, many of you. Thank you. They have fought for us and invested our donations as citizens in legal briefs that have told us that the FAA has not followed its required procedures. It has not complied with NEPA before subjecting us to inordinate amounts of noise and emissions. So the Quiet Skies Coalition needs to be a partner with the city. We clearly need their assistance. It is our job as a council to protect our residents and our community. If we don't stand up to the FAA on the dereliction of their responsibilities, we are not doing our job as a council, and we run the risk of establishing a new normal of noise in our community that will be intolerable for all of us, will depreciate our property values, and will make it impossible to become the vibrant, prosperous community we are on a path to be. I would like to see this as a unanimous vote of our council to send the message that we stand together on behalf of our residents.
Thank you. So we'll go ahead and go down the road.